Is this thing on? Wait, the lens. It is, check. What's going on, guys? It's your boy MidnightMan. Welcome back to another video. I'm glad to be outside, and it's winter time. Like, this is weird. It's like 40-something degrees, and I'm tired of doing videos inside all the time, so I need to do this outside. And you know, the outside kind of theme fits what this video is gonna be about, because we're doing an unboxing of the GoPro Hero 7. Here it is. Ah! Hit myself in the face. Ah. But yeah, we've been through the holiday season. I figured I'd treat myself to a little gift with this new GoPro Hero 7. Now, I've owned GoPros before. Here's the one I've been rocking with for at least, I'd say, 3 years. This is the GoPro Hero 3 Plus Black Edition. It did pretty well. It recorded up to 1080p, 60 FPS, and it did 4K at 15 FPS, but that's honestly kind of useless if I'd say so. This camera definitely worked for me, but I just felt like I needed an upgrade. It wasn't doing everything that I wanted it to do. First off, the Wi-Fi stopped working on it, so I can't see a single thing that this lens sees. Plus, there's no screen on the back, so I don't know what in the world this is looking at half the time. Even if I go through the settings, like, I don't know what setting it's on, but what is the camera actually seeing? So honestly, that was probably the biggest reason why I wanted to make the upgrade to this camera. Plus, I want to have my camera lined up to be all 4K if possible for the future. Something else that really sold me on this camera was the hyper smooth feature. I won't have that shaky, jittery footage anymore like GoPro is so famous for. This camera's guilty of it too. You ain't out of this yet, boy. With this camera, I'm hoping I won't have to take something like this around with me in my backpack anymore. So it looks like the days of gimbal stabilization are numbered as this technology of hypersmooth gets better. So that's my little rundown. Let's unbox this thing. Pretty easy to tear packaging. Oh, there's a little hole. So I just pull there, and there you have it. So this is like the packaging it's mounted onto, so I can actually just unscrew it. Oh, it could be warmer out here. Oh man, I'm going numb. Can I slide this out? Okay, so that's the caging. That's the camera right here. And the box got some instructions in here. Yep, these are all like the manuals. Got the stickers. This is like a stick mount, more for one-time usage, or if you maybe own something like a surfboard, you can keep it on there so you can get the footage that way. Also got the cables in there. It looks like it's using USB-C. Wow. I think the last GoPro here that I had was using USB-B, and I don't have a single other piece of equipment that uses USB-B, so if I lost that cable, I'd have to be buying a new one. But I do own a MacBook Pro, so I mean, USB-C will come in use for me. I'm gonna try to see if I can turn this baby on, give it a pre-test, as you could say. Hopefully it came with some charge. That'd be kind of you, GoPro. This is the new GoPro 7 Black. It's looking pretty cool. How's the audio sounding? I don't have a cage on this, by the way. Can you hear the wind? Because I'm outside. Is it, how bad is that picking up? I don't have a muff on this at all. Honestly, I'm getting pretty cold out here. 40 degrees is colder than I thought it'd be. That just shut off on me randomly. So that's the unboxing of the GoPro Hero 7 Black. This thing is packed with a lot of features. Of course, I can't do a video like this if I'm not gonna test them out. So let's go try them. I figured going to Los Angeles at Venice Beach would be a little bit more fun than in Philly to try to test out this new GoPro. I used it for a little bit. I don't have the fastest SD card, so my thing was kind of shutting off on me, but I mean, I was able to get a few good shots with it so far. I'm not done filming with it yet, and I'm gonna try to get some more action shots like on the bike and stuff in this awesome beach. The sun and the weather is like perfect out here. I'm with my buddy Amit here. He's showing me around this area. He wanted to be on the video, so I'm like, bro, I got you. I'm gonna put you on the video. Here you go, man. Got this. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys some footage from the GoPro just to test it out a little bit, see what the quality is like, and you guys can be the judge of it.
Get to making with jive, boy, and shout. When it hits you, yes, indeed, yes, you shout. When it hits you, yes, indeed, yes.
You guys gotta admit, Venice Beach, Santa Monica, now that's the place to test out a new piece of tech. Now I'm wearing sunglasses right now. I should have worn while I was on the beach, but I'm wearing them on the inside right now. This just doesn't make any sense. Hold on. That's better. You guys just watched the GoPro Hero 7 Black footage. What did y'all think about it? Was it cool? Was it nice? Let me know in the comments below. I want to know what you think in your head. I reviewed the footage a little bit ago, and in my opinion, it looks beautiful. The video footage is crystal clear, especially if you're using 1080p, 2.7K, 4K, and it then goes up to 60 frames per second. Like, I don't even need to use 4K 60 frames per second, but it's there if I need it in the future. This honestly might be the last GoPro I ever get. I don't see why I'd need to purchase another one. They'd have to put something very unique and just totally different in the camera game for me to want to pick up the next GoPro that might come out. I also listened to the audio of the GoPro, and it is much improved compared to the past GoPros. Before, you couldn't even hear what the sound was being recorded by other GoPros. It was just so muffled and contained. It was just, you would hear the beeping sound of the GoPro more than you would hear audio. Then you got the hyper smooth video stabilization, which gives it that gimbal effect. It can't match a gimbal, but it gets kind of close. And I think it's enough to not have to carry around a gimbal if I'm trying to get smooth shots like that. With all that being said, I'm gonna keep this camera. It's a beast. I love the image quality. It's gonna be a perfect sidearm to the main camera that I might use when I go vlogging or vacations. I'm not gonna use this as my vlogging camera. This is what a lot of people who are making videos out there on YouTube do not understand. You don't use this camera as a vlogging camera. It can work, but it's not the best thing you want to use. This is an action camera. You use this if you're trying to get action shots, like you're snowboarding, you're biking, like I did in this video. You know, you're riding a scooter around. You know, you're doing things that are active. Maybe you're on a boat, you're running, you're driving a car. Something like that is to add more to a video than what you could normally do with a regular camera. I've been goo goo gaga on the camera so far, but that does not mean it's perfect. The battery on this camera is improved, but it is still a downfall of this camera. It takes about 2 hours to charge, but I love the fact that I have the screen. I can see the battery life that's left for the camera that I can use. Unlike on the 3 Plus, it just had a couple bars and it would start at 3, and then all of a sudden it'd be at 1, and then it just doesn't turn on anymore. But I also found while using this camera that the battery doesn't just drain itself out if I don't have it turned on, which happened a lot on the previous GoPro I owned. So I applaud you, GoPro. You're trying to get the battery right. Trust me, you're not the only one with this issue. A lot of technology out there in the world, its crutch, an Achilles heel, is the battery. If the technology industry we're in today is able to create a beast battery that is able to survive for long extended periods of time, we're gonna have an awesome new wave of tech. I can see this all happening in the future, just not now. Checked out the photo quality of this camera, did a few shots with my friend, and it looked pretty sharp. Even did some nighttime shots, also looks pretty good. I mean, there's some lights around, it can't be completely dark, but just with the low light atmosphere, it looked good. And I tried some video shots using the low light. That looked pretty awesome, as you can see in the example right now. Now, the biggest problem I had while testing this GoPro out was the unable to view air while I was trying to play back the video on the camera. I even tried hooking it up to the Wi-Fi of the camera so I could see the videos on my phone. I couldn't see them there either. I scrolled through it a little bit. I selected a video. It would just give me the spinny wheel. I couldn't see anything. I tried putting the SD card into my computer. The video would not open up. I honestly don't know what happened to the files while they're being written to the SD card after completing the recording off the GoPro. They must have been corrupt. I tried repairing the files. Nothing could work. So I would just SOL. And it's annoying because all the files are recording just fine, and then all of a sudden, one file isn't able to, I guess, complete the full file codec or whatever, and then the rest of the files that I tried to record to the device just had the same issue. My theory, it's because of the SD card I have in the camera. It's a little bit older. It's a Class 10U1, and I need a Class 10U3 SD card at the least to be running on this new technology. I already own one of those SD cards. I use it for my drone, but I put it in the GoPro just to make sure, is it the GoPro or is it the SD card? And everything works fine when using that good SD card. So yeah, it kind of sucks. I lost a little bit of footage that I did on the last video that I posted. I did a vacation to Hawaii. You can guys check that out, link description below. I went to a volcano. Lots of crazy stuff, but it's all right. You live and you learn, you move on. Anyways, that's gonna do it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hit the thumbs up button if you did. Awesome GoPro. I'm not gonna get a new one anytime soon. I don't find it necessary. This isn't my main camera. I'm just gonna be using this for action shots, and I may use it for overhead table shots if I do some unboxings on the channel. Trust me, for those overhead shots, it's a better option just to use this light camera instead of a heavy camera, big mic pole, then you have to have the sandbag. I don't need all that stuff. My room's way too messy as it is. I do not need more stuff. I'm serious, dude. I'll see you guys in my next video.
When it hits you, yes, 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 you shall. When it hits you, yes.